You guys, we are almost done with our 10-day Pilates January reset. I can't believe it. Time has flown. I don't know about you, but it has for me. We're almost done. Today, we're going to be doing a yummy 20-minute stretch, just kind of integrating everything that we've learned so far before we have our last day tomorrow. So let's get started. Lying down on our backs. Head can be at either end of the mat, totally up to you. Rolling down with control. I'm just gonna let my arms come up overhead. This is gonna be a nice, slow workout today. I'm not even sure workout is the right word for it because we're just moving gently through our body here today. Let's hug our knees into our chest. Give ourselves a squeeze as we set up. Bring our awareness onto the mat, onto the next few minutes. Let's bring our feet flat. Knees pointing to the ceiling. I have one hand on my belly, one hand on my chest, and I'm just breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhale. Just thanking your body for everything that it's done over the past 7 days. We've done upper body, lower body, back body, core, like the whole kit and caboodle, and we've really put in work. If you've been along from the very beginning, that's amazing. If this is your first class with me, hi, so happy to have you. All right, let's just do a few more. Feeling our ribs expand, back pressing into the mat. Feeling our ribs knit together, all of the air leaving our body. 2 more. Last big breath in. Last exhale. Hug your knees back into your chest. Bring them to hover in a tabletop position. Arms are going to go long. We need to bring your arms up, 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 overhead. Bring them all the way back to the mat. So we're just moving through our shoulders here, getting rotation through our shoulders. Warming ourselves up for our hundreds because you know it's not Pilates if we're not doing the hundreds. Feeling that stretch when you go overhead. Feeling it through your shoulders, through your chest, through that upper back. Maybe your back's going to want to arch up off the mat when you go backwards. Don't let it. Really keep that low back firmly planted in the mat. Next time your hands come back towards the ground, let's roll our head, neck, and shoulders up and go right into our 100. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhaling, filling up, ribs expand. Exhale all of the air out, out, out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Maybe you roll up a little bit higher. You pump a little bit more vigorously. Your hundreds, even though sometimes we think of it as a core exercise, really is your warm-up. It's a breathing exercise more than anything else. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Hold, hold, hold. Straighten your legs, bend them in. Go for 3, 2, 1. Roll everything down. Give yourself a big stretch. Nice. All right, hands come up overhead, or not overhead, towards the ceiling. We're going to roll ourselves up with control, keeping our legs stable. Rounding over, reaching past your feet. I'm going to center myself just a little bit. Reach past your feet. Let's do 1, 2, 3 little pulses. Roll ourselves all the way back down, keeping our shoulders down our back and our biceps by our ears as much as possible. Now, same thing. Exhale, rolling over. 1, 2, 3 past your toes. Roll back down with control. Perfect. 2 more times. Over on an exhale. 1, 2, 3. Feel that stretch through your back body, through your hamstrings, through your lower back. Last one here. Inhaling up, exhaling over, over, over. Let's grab onto our toes here. Just pull ourselves down. Inhaling and exhaling here, stretching through those hamstrings. Maybe you round your head, your forehead comes towards your knees. Let's flex our feet here. Pull our toes back towards us, stretching through our calves here, through our feet, through the backs of our knees. Point, 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 stretching through the top of our foot. Let's roll all the way back down, shoulders in your back, all the way back down to lie flat on your mat. From here, we're gonna go into our roll over. So we just did a roll up. Now we're going the opposite direction. Our legs are gonna come up, over, toes are gonna tap the ground behind us. So let's start with our feet at 90-degree angle, pointing towards the floor, or pointing towards the ceiling, sorry. We're gonna bring our feet over, over, over. Maybe you can get far enough back that your toes just barely tap the floor. Separate your feet out wide. Roll yourself back down with control. Coming back to that 90 degrees. Bring your feet together. Roll up, over. And you don't have to touch the ground. Really, the whole purpose here is just getting a stretch and a rounding through that spine. Once you've gone as low as you can, separate your feet. Roll down with control. 90 degrees, feet together. One more this way. Separate, roll, and then we're going to keep our feet separated as we come back over. Bring them together, flex your toes away from you. Roll down, down, down. Separate your legs. Feet come together. Roll down your mat. Last one. Feet come to hip width apart, maybe shoulder width apart. Rolling up and over, using your hands to help roll you over. Maybe this time you've warmed yourself up enough that your toes can touch the floor. You press back, you zip your feet up, you roll back down with control. We're gonna roll, roll, roll all the way up. We're gonna do a few rolling like a ball, massaging our back even more. So we're tipped over, tipping, tipping, tipping so far that we come onto our shoulder blades, come right back up. We're just doing 3 of these. Last one. Oh, nice. All right, keep your right knee into your chest. Roll all the way down to the mat. Let that left leg go long. We're doing a modified belly series or series of 5 here. Really just working through that stretch. So right knee is in toward our armpit. Switch legs. Right leg now on the floor. You can hover it if you really, really want a little bit more strength, but since we're just going for a stretch here, totally up to you. Let's switch again. Really working through that front hip crease. Feeling it get squeezed tighter, tighter, tighter. Switch again. Ooh, that feels so good. You try and keep your hips in alignment. So if your hips were in a straight line on these 2 bony bits, can they stay in a straight line even as you bring your knee in? Making sure that you're not hiking up more on one side than the other. Let's do one more stretch on each side. Hugging it in towards our chest, and then we're gonna go out towards our armpit. Changing the angle of that stretch just a little bit. Switch. In towards your chest, then opening out towards your armpit. I want you to bring both knees in, roll your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Hands are firmly planted on your shins. You're gonna extend everything long, like you're getting ready for hundreds. Coming back in. We're just working our hundreds position here. Coming back in. 3, 4. And I only want you to bring your legs as far low as you can without letting your back arch up off the mat. Squeeze it in, both knees. Lengthen that left leg long. Straighten your right leg. Hold on behind your shin, behind your calf, behind your thigh. Pull, pull, pull towards your face. Switch legs. Pull, pull, pull with your left leg. Switch. Pull, pull, pull. Ooh, big stretch to the hamstring. Pull, pull, pull. Trying to keep your leg as straight here as possible. That's how you deepen the stretch. We're gonna do one more each side. Last leg. 2, 3. All right, let's bring our hands long. Both legs are gonna come over. We're gonna do almost like a roll over like we did earlier, but we're gonna roll up. rolling back down. So we're only rolling up like 3 inches of our spine. 2. Working our abs here, our lower abs especially. 3, 4, 5. Come down, bring your knees in, give them a squeeze. Roll your head, neck, and shoulders up. Hands go behind your head. Left leg goes long to a hover. You're twisting your armpit over toward your right knee. And we're switch, 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 switch. One more each side. 1, 1. Hug it in. Lengthen yourself out long. We're going to do a roll up here. So hands come up to the sky and inhale. Exhale, round over, over, over. Reach onto those toes. Pull your chest forward, flattening your back. Come to a seat. Shimmy yourself back on your mat just a little bit. Bring your feet out to just wider than your mat. Maybe like 3 inches wider than my mat on each side. I'm gonna bring my hands up, like I'm a zombie, and I'm gonna peel myself forward, rounding my back, reaching past my toes, coming back up. Feeling that stretch through my inner thighs, trying to keep my hips firmly anchored into the mat below me. My head dips, so the crown of my head is coming forward. Come back up to a neutral spine. 1 more. Come back up to a neutral spine. Let's have hands on the mat. Walk your fingers forward until you're getting a big stretch here. That'll be different for every person. Drop your head, and we're just gonna hang out here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk yourself back up. We're gonna go into an open leg rocker. So we're bringing both feet in. So we're almost in that like hovering, rolling like a ball position. Take your right leg out to the side. You're at a bit of an angle. Left leg out to the side. Bring them together and out. Together, out. Together, hold. Broad chest, out. Let them come back down. I want you to twist your torso over to the right. Walk your hands towards your foot. Getting a stretch through this hamstring. Keeping your left hip firmly anchored into the mat behind you. Walk back up. Twist your torso over to the left. Walk down your leg. Walk back up. Let's do 1 more, each side. Over to your right. Back up. Twisting your torso over to the left. Back up. I only have hands behind my head here. I'm still sitting up nice and tall. Twist to the right, center. Twist to the left, center. Twist to the right. Left elbow comes inside my left knee. Open your chest to the sky, to the wall. Come back up. Twist over to your left. Right knee and right shoulder, right elbow make contact. Pressing yourself. Open, open, open. 1 more, each side. Twisting to the right. Elbow makes contact with left knee. Stretch out your right arm on top, getting more space in between your side ribs. Hands come back. Body comes up. Twist to the left. Right elbow, right knee. Left arm extends over, over, over. Back behind your head. Back up to center. Let's roll on over to our bellies. From here, we're going to set up in that Sphinx pose that I love so much. So our elbows are directly underneath our shoulders. We're looking straight ahead. We're going to pull. We're not actually moving, but we're thinking about pulling our hands closer to our hips. Hips come closer to our elbows. Stretching through that upper back. Up, up, up. Look right. Trace your collarbone around. Look left. Center. Look left. Trace that collarbone all the way around. Back to center. 1 more, each side. Tracing your collarbone, coming to center. Looking left, tracing your collarbone. Looking right, looking center. Bring your forehead down to the mat. And want your arms wide to the side. Fingertips are outside of your mat. Your elbows are high, almost at like a 90-degree angle. I want you to lift your chest. Roll back down. Lift your chest. Roll back down. Stay down. Dip your left shoulder. left cheek comes to the mat. Getting a stretch to the front of that left shoulder. Come back to center. Right shoulder dips. Right cheek comes to the mat. My feet are a little bit separated. It just feels better on my back for them not to be all the way together. But you can have your feet all the way together as well. The farther apart your feet are, the more space you have for your low back. One more each side. Left shoulder dips. Left cheek comes to the mat. Center. Right shoulder. Right cheek. Foot right back down. Hands back down. I'm going to bend my right knee, hold on to the top of my right foot with my right hand. I'm going to put my left cheek down to the mat, and I'm just pulling back towards my bum with my hand. My foot is kicking into my hand away from my bum. So we're getting a little bit of a two-directional stretch here. Stretching through the front of that quad. Come back to center. Switch hands, switch feet. So the left foot is being held onto by your left hand. Pull it in towards you. You can bring your right cheek to the mat if that's what feels best for you. Let's switch. Holding on. Bending my elbow so I can pull it a little bit closer towards my bum. Switch one last time. Bending my elbow out to the side. Kicking my foot into my hand. Pulling my hand even closer towards my bum. Bend your right knee as well. Both feet get held onto. Pull, pull, pull. Kick into your hand so much that your chest lifts up, up, up. And release back down, holding onto my feet still. Kicking, kicking, kicking. Opening your chest here. Release. Last one. Kick, kick, kick. Breathe in here. Relax everything down to the mat. Let's push back to a child's pose. Ooh, rounding through that low back after the arching that we just did. You can try tucking your toes here. See how that feels, getting more of a stretch through the sole of that foot, through your toes. So often we neglect our feet and we don't think about them, but like they really are the foundation of everything that we do. Not only in Pilates, but literally in life. Let's come up to hands and knees. I'm gonna do a quick cat-cow. Stretching through my spine. Inhaling, exhaling. And I'm gonna come to a seat facing y'all, so facing the side of my mat. Hips are to the left, feet are out to the right. My left hand is outside of my left shoulder. My right hand's gonna come up and over as my left elbow dips back. I'm gonna twist my shoulders so they're square with the wall in front of me, not opening up. I'm coming back to center. Hold on to your shins. Pull yourself over the opposite direction. Hand plants. Right arm goes up and over. One more counter stretch on this side. I want you to plant that hand. Right arm goes up and over. And then I want you to bring your arm out to the side and you're going to twist underneath your body, wringing out your spine just a little bit here. Coming back up. Wring it out. 2. Back up. Wring it out. 3. All the way up. All the way back and over for one last counter stretch here. Let's just swivel our feet around. So now my hips are to the right. My feet are to the left. My right hand is outside of my right shoulder. My left arm comes up and over. Stretching through that left side body. Keeping my shoulders square to the wall in front of me. Back over. Pull yourself using your shins. Hand plants. Arm comes over, 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 like you're trying to touch the wall. Come back. Pull yourself from your shins. Getting a stretch all the way from the bottom of this hip all the way up to that shoulder. Last one. Over, come back up, and we're gonna twist our spine. Ooh, I felt that adjust in my back. Twist. Like we're wringing out our spine here. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Get all of the air out, out, out. Back to center. Pull yourself over, 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 over. All right, we are all done. Thank you so much for joining me for this 20-minute stretch on our mat. See you guys tomorrow for one last class in our Pilates January reset. See you guys later.